Hey friends, Adam here. This is it, the huge announcement that I have been teasing in my previous videos. This is the BS League. You know, the Billiard Shooters League. That's what it stands for, really. I stole this idea shamelessly from Drew Von Port. In fact, I'm going to put a link up here in a YouTube card to the playlist for his Bonsai League. It is his league is a 6-person round robin format, and then they're going to have like a playoff for Final Four. I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I'll get into that in a second. But I like the idea so much of what he was doing that I decided to, and I wanted more people on my channel and more people playing on my home table. So I decided to take the idea, kind of steal it from my own. And this is the result of that. This is going to be the first match. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, I will put a list somewhere of the players and the Fargos. Myself, I am and this is in alphabetical order. This is no funny games or anything. I am a 626. Matt K is a 575. He has over 3,000 games in Fargo. He is a very strong player, owns his own pool hall. I think he was a state champion in one of the different formats at some point. I don't remember which one. We have Matt R, who you've seen on the channel a lot. He's a 468. We have Taka, you have not seen on the channel yet. He's a 426. And then we have Sam. Sam is a little bit of an outlier. He's an APA 7. He's been playing in AP for a few seasons. He has never played a far rated game, and that's not because he didn't want to. It's just he's never gotten the chance. So we're going to start him at a 525. We figure he's right about in the middle of all of us, so we're going to put him there. Now, is it fair for a 626 to be playing a 426? Maybe. I mean, Taka kind of asked for it, so we're going to see what he does. But anyway, we're going to play a Fargo handicap system. For every 50 points in Fargo, there's going to be a 1-game handicap, max of 2 games. We're going to do a leg. Winner of the leg gets to choose the game. So unlike Drew's League, where it's all 8-ball, we're going to do 8-ball, 9-ball, or 10-ball. We're doing a race for to 5 and 8-ball and 10-ball, race to 6 and 9-ball because there's a chance it could go quicker games. As I said, the winner of the leg gets to choose the game. It's rack your own. The winner also gets the first break. We're going to alternate breaks after that. We do have a shot clock involved. I kind of developed a shot clock app. You'll see it on the TV behind us in the video. When we get over there, it's going to be a 30-second shot clock. There's 60 seconds off the break, and then 1 30-second extension per player per rack. We do have the ability to pause just in case you have to like switch out short cue or a bridge, or you drop your chalk onto the table, or the ceiling caves in. Oh, I hope the ceiling doesn't cave in, or anything weird like that. And we're not going to be like, not like matchroom style. You can see, if you've seen my videos, and you'll see in a bit, the room is a little bit narrow. So we're going to give players a chance to get away from the table and the other one to get in before we start the clock. I don't want anyone showing up to the table with 20 seconds left and having to scramble or anything like that. Let's see what else we have. I talked about the handicap. It's going to be standard BCA rules, with the exception of no 8 balls, 9 balls, or 10 balls will count on the break. They will count for something. I'll talk about that in a second. If either of them are made, it's going to be spot. It counts the ball made, so the breaker can shoot. If the breaker happens to scratch, it's ball in hand for the other player on the ball spots. There is no winning or losing on the break. We were thinking about maybe having a 9-ball break, but with a short race, we figured it'd be easier just to not have it. Otherwise, 8-ball standard BCA rules, open off the break. Ball in hand on scratch is ball in hand off a break scratch. 9-ball is ball in hand anywhere. Early 9s do count. 10-ball is a call shot game. Call the ball in the pocket, and the 10-ball needs to be the last ball pocketed. If you pocket the 10-ball early, it gets spotted. Just kind of standard 10-ball rules here. Let's see. Format is going to be a round robin. There are 5 of us, which means that's going to be 10 matches. We are going to each play each other once in one of those races. And then if you win, you get 1 point. If you lose, you get 0 points. At the end, we're going to do a finals. And that finals, still thinking about the format and how I want to do that. But, or as far as I've been talking, I mean, Drew wants to do a live stream for his finals. I thought that might be cool, but logistics might be tough. It might be tough to do live commentary over people playing. I could maybe hide out in my room and run some long cables. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But anyway, the person with the most number of points, most number of wins at the end of this thing goes into first place, automatically goes in the finals. The next two, second and third place, will do a play-in, one match, same kind of rules, leg and choose the game and everything. And the winner of that will go play the person in first for the final prize. Now, there's a chance it could be tied, like second, third, and fourth could have the same amount of points. First, second, third, fourth, fifth probably won't have the same amount of points. But if there are ties, we're still trying to figure this out, but I'm almost sure we're going to do the ultimate pool 6-ball shootout to break those ties. So at the end of this, we will have a first and a second. We are doing a small buy-in. It's nothing extravagant, maybe a small dinner or something like that. Probably going to pay out the top two. And then we are doing 2 small side pots. I mentioned before about the 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball breaks. We're going to tally those up, and the person with the most of those gets the first side pot. Second side pot is going to be both break and run and take and run. Break and run, obviously, you run out the table, either 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball, whatever it takes. Take and run is on your first turn of the table on an open table. If you're not the breaker, if you run out, you win a point for the take and run pot. Now, that could be the breaker breaks, makes 4 stripes, misses a stripe, and you run out stripes. That's still considered a take and run here. We'll get to that if it happens. Other things, I don't know if there are any other things we need to go over other than just getting on with it. So again, we are the Basement Shooters League, the Bad Safety League, can't say that on the air, the Bogus Sports League. We're going to get underway. Let's head over to the table and let's start this thing off. All right, here we go. First match is the Battle of the Mats. We have Matt R on the left, Matt K on the right, legging for break. It looks like it's going to be close, but Matt R will take it. Now, Matt R is getting a 2-point handicap, so he starts with 2 in a race to 5, and he's breaking. That was a cool little thing that went across. And starts off the league in perfects by the Bad Scratch League off the break scratch. Now, with the shot clock, we are going to pause for taking the template rack out. That's not something that Ultimate Pool deals with, but like the WNT, they deal with that. Check out this cool looking thing back here. This is a app that I developed. It's a HTML web app. I may have had some help with Copilot and ChatGPT building it, but we've gotten it work. There is I don't have any of the sound pumped through here. I may look to put it somewhere on the screen, although I have this cool little scoreboard that I built and everything. We're gonna see what happens here. Whether or not I put the sounds through the stream or not. Oh, we are the bad misses. No, that's not bad. The ball strikers. I don't know. We have missed. I don't know what's going on here. Why I'm not starting the clock. I think we're talking about the score. We're getting the score set, and there goes the clock. So the table's open here. Both suits have problems. I would probably go with stripes and clear out these 2 right here. These 2 are kind of a mess. If this ball doesn't, well, it was kind of a straight line. But you know what? I found a new whiteboard app. And what I can do is I can draw a perfectly straight line. How do you like that, Sam? Although it's going to be hard to make fun of Sam because Sam's in the tournament. But I think I'm going to use a straight line for a while. See how that goes. I updated OBS, and the whiteboard app that I had broke, and this one is actually a lot better. It's been around for a couple of years. Matt took his extension there. Matt had a lot of problems with the shot clock in this match. He and I have talked about some of the things he's been doing. I noticed one thing with the chalk, like he's not really bringing the chalk with him and making that part of his shooting routine. Instead, he's kind of just putting the chalk down, then walking to a shot. And that can waste a couple seconds. I think he's going to play safe here, try to leave somewhere behind. Oh, I can't do that. But I do have all sorts of neat things. I can draw circles. I can draw squares. I don't know why you'd want a square on a pool table, but I have it. Until now, I'm going to go with just the standard whiteboard that I've been doing. Matt can play the 6 in the side here, or off the point. This is the first match. Everyone's kind of getting used to things. I'm obviously more used to the table because it's mine. Matt R, who's standing up right now, his shirt says something like, "My kid bought me this shirt for Father's Day with my own money," or something like that. I thought that was great. It was a good shot. His issue is this 9-ball here. I don't know what he's going to do with it. The other issue is, does the 13 go? It looks like it may go past there. He needs to get good on it. Otherwise, he can get like in this area on top of it to do it. I think he's going to come over for the 11 right now, maybe go right into the 8 and 9. No, I think he was getting caught up in the shot clock and overthinking things, and that has a problem with the shot clock. That definitely can cause problems. I wonder if I can set these to hotkeys. Probably shouldn't mess with it while I'm recording, but at some point I'm gonna mess with this thing and see what I can do. I think the 5 goes, and if that happens, yep. So I told these guys I'm gonna have problems commentating this because I'm gonna say Matt is gonna do this and Matt's gonna do that, and you guys are gonna have a clue who I'm talking about. But just assume that I'm talking about the Matt who's at the table, unless I say Matt's sitting down over there wondering what just happened. So as I said, I recorded 3 matches in this day. Based on the fact that there's 3 people sitting here, you can probably guess which matches are coming next. I'm almost sure I'm going to release these on YouTube in the order that they were played, and I'm editing them in the order that they were played as well. So I don't want to do any spoilers. When I do the scoring, it'll be as of that match and things like that. Hey, he didn't want to do that, but I think he has to take this ball now. So the question here, 2 questions here. Does the 7 go here? And where to get on the 6? 6 is going to have to go down here as well. How do you get on the 6 from there? I don't know if the 7 even goes. I don't know if that's what he was planning. I think he was planning on playing the 7 off the whatever this ball is here, which I can't draw a circle because I have it in line mode. I wonder if I can do hotkeys for that. I think I already asked that. So Matt needs to figure out how to get out of this mess. He needs another shot after this 12. This 12 is not easy, especially bridging over the ball. He's running out of time. And he just slightly overcut, although leaving the cue ball here is probably not bad. This 6 ball doesn't go anywhere. He can't bank this. He could bank the 4, maybe off the 6 or off the 13, but then where does that leave him? Matt K has never played with a shot clock. Matt R and I kind of practice with a shot clock. I've been in a tournament match with the shot clock. In fact, I'll put a link to that here. I think he was trying to make this ball with that shot. And 17 shots into the match, we can finally remove the template, although Matt's going to just shoot right over it. I'd like to get out here to take this 11. I don't know what that was. I assume he can make the 12. So if you can see here, I'm running the clock back here. I saw that he took off the template, so I just paused it to give him a couple seconds. of extra thinking time and then gave it back to him. Yeah, it says, my kid bought me this shirt with my money. That's awesome. And he got it for Father's Day. Did not want to come. He wanted to get on this side of that so he could shoot the 11 in the same pocket. But now he actually can break out this 14 with the 6, or with the 13. But getting a shot off this is, I'd want to go into the 6 thick. So I'd want to hit this really thin and come into the rail and off the 6. What that hopefully does leave the cue ball about here. Puts the 14 out that way for the shot in the corner pocket. He missed the 13 altogether, but he did hit one of his balls and got a rail, so it's a legal shot. Now, I mentioned earlier that you could see the scoreboard, it changes to red at 10 seconds. And then it flashes between red and black from 5 down to 0. There is a beep at 10 seconds. There is a beep from 5 all the way down to 0. 0 is the buzzer sound. I may play the buzzer here. I think Matt wanted to make that 13. So Matt is 0 for 2 for making balls for Matt. Figure that one out. Matt K. And I don't know, I have this thing where I just don't want to use last names on the channel. Anyone who knows me knows my last name. I've said it before, I've posted my Fargo before. But without consent, I'd rather not post everyone else's name. Matt does not look like he's lined up for this. Okay, he did hit it just slightly. That's going to be fine. These 2 balls are going to be the problem in this rack. And it's going to kind of be a game of chicken who flinches first to see who wants to break those out. There's no easy way to break them out from these solids. But it's hard to get on this 11 ball as well with this 4 ball blocking it for stripes. So it kind of all depends on who wants to do what. I don't know if I'd make this ball here. Yeah, exactly. And now we have turned this into a 2.5 hour long 8-ball game. You guys, any popcorn? I'm all out of popcorn. I do have a bag upstairs. What's your favorite kind of popcorn? Leave me a comment leave me a comment below and let me know. Is it something gourmet, or is it your old Orville Redenbacher standby? Matt is running out of time and does not have an extension. So I think he probably called that here, but wasn't really made. Maybe he didn't even call it there. He just didn't want to upset any of the solids on the table. And this is turning into a chess game. None of these balls go. Matt K with the cool Jacoby shirt, he can kick at the 6 and get it out of there. And the reason he could do that is because this 11 is tied up. So he was going to leave the cue ball here. Probably can't make the 14 from here. That's a tough shot. The Q-tip, it's hard to get the Q-tip out of the way. He can play this 13, but the cue ball is going this way. I may play safe again. He went for it. Problem here is now he has a shot in the 14, but he has no easy way to get to the 11. Now the 14 is obviously going down here. Cue ball could go here, but that is asking an awful lot. I am no good at these shots. I do practice them, and I am still no good at these shots. I blame the shots. I don't blame me or my technique or anything. Just don't scratch, you're good. It's a okay result. I don't know what he would have done if he would have made that, because this 11 doesn't go anywhere. So he would have kind of been on the defensive again. This is a situation, they call it almost like chess. You don't want to take all your pawns off the table, so you don't want to take your soldiers off the field because you need them to defend with. You need a ball to be able to hit around while you position it to get your other ball out of there. I think he was trying to back cut that and break these all out. Instead, he left a mess. So Matt left a mess for Matt, and Matt needs to figure out how to make the shot so that Matt can't run out, so that Matt can win the game before Matt wins the game. You got it? Everyone keeping along? Keeping up? Problem is there's not a lot of time to think here. And as I said, if he needs a short cue, I will pause it. In fact, if he realized he needed a short cue now, I'd probably give him a couple extra seconds to figure it out. But yeah, that's the shot. Give him the problem is he gave him, I don't know what this angle is here. Get out of the way. He really wanted to be on this side of the pocket line to be able to break that far out. And yeah, he just took the safety. Almost forces Matt R to play the 11, although I wouldn't fall for it. I would kick. Depends on the angle he has, but oh, that's the wrong one. New tool that I haven't practiced with. I would kick at this 14. This you got to hit really thin and push it this way. Yeah, that's going to sell out the rack, unfortunately. He needs a starter shot here, and if he can get a good starter, I'm probably going to play this up here and draw the cue ball back this way. Doesn't even need a lot of draw, just maybe a little more stroke than what a stun stroke would be. Although a stun would work fine here too, because it would just send the cue ball this way. Exactly like that, except you got to make it. And now Matt sold out the rack for Matt. After Matt sold out the rack for Matt. I'm going to do this all video long, so no apologies. So what do you guys think? Let me know what you think of the scoreboard. This is going to be the last series of videos on this camera, or at least that have been recorded on this camera. I decided to cut the GoPro's head off with its head. Was that from Alice in Wonderland? And I got a new camera. I'm trying to set it up and getting all the parts and everything for it, but assuming everything works well, it should improve camera quality quite a bit. Although this is pretty good looking right now. It's going to improve my workflow a lot too. Now Matt has 20 seconds left as of right now. And he gets down and just weird strokes that. No follow through. And he knows it. And we talked about this. He said it. The shot clock was kind of getting to him, and that kind of affected things, and it just kind of blew up from there. As I said before, Matt K, I don't think he's ever played with a shot clock, and I don't know if he ever used an extension. It's a very good shot. Two ways you can play this. You can, the 4 ball's obviously going here. You can stun it past the 8 here, or you can more draw inside the 8 here. It all depends on what he wants. Oh, I have different colors too. Oh boy. I have a whole color wheel full of colors. I just do not have a palette of pick this or that or that. I can go and it opens up the whole color picker. So instead of the 2 options of going around the 8, he went right into the 8 ball. That is, if you get into the mindset of saying, all I need to do here is not hit the 8, you're going to hit the 8 more often than not. What you need to get in your mindset, I've talked about this a couple times, kind of the mental game, and I actually have an idea for a mental game type video, or mental type video. Mental video? It's a great shot. I do not think he can hit this ball. I think it's close. I don't think you can hit it though. If you think all I have to do is not hit the 8, just don't get behind the 8, you're going to find yourself behind the 8 a lot. If you think I need to get to this window over here or this window over here and make it more of a positive, instead of I don't need to, instead of I need to, man, it's going to run out of time here. He's going to just fire away at this as hard as he can. He did hit it and did get a rail, but I don't know if this really matters. One thing the man and I talked about is just because you're low on time, the timer stops when your Q-tip hits the ball, not when the ball does anything. So all you have to do is hit it. You don't have to like slam it as hard as you can. We were watching what was playing this weekend. It's at the Battle of the Bull, and I think we're watching one of the videos here. And I did not speed this up, so I apologize for that. We're just staring at the TV. TV is down here, but you can't see it because it's under the camera. So we're gonna just watch the TV here for a while, and you can watch us watching the TV. As I said, I do apologize. I wish I had edited that out, or at least sped it up so we didn't have to just watch it in real time of us staring at. It makes you the meme this time. How do you feel being the meme? It's probably going to come all the way up, yeah, and shoot the 8 in the lower left. He wanted to be up here to shoot it, but that doesn't really matter. After this 8-ball, Matt K is on the board. That was the longest 8-ball game I have ever witnessed. Oh, that was slick. Thank you, OBS. Thank you, DaVinci Resolve. You gonna make something? Nope. Or did he? Nope, he did not make anything. But notice that I'm waiting for one mat to get off the mat and the other mat to get on the mat, or in the ring, or on the table, or not on the table, but next to the table. So what do we got here? We have a number of open balls. The 15 is the hardest one for stripes. 9 to a lesser extent. Solids are about as equally messed up because you have to get the 4 out before you get the 5 out. And then the 3 kind of doesn't have a pocket unless you get below it. So I like this option of taking solid or stripes here. He needs to get out so he gets a shot on either of these 2 balls, but not dead in line with both of them. And I think he did it. I think he can go 14 and then 12 and then back it up a little bit for the 9. And then it's a matter of getting on that 15 ball. That's really the key shot in this game is getting on that 15 ball. I don't know if he was trying to get to it there. I would definitely have gotten rid of this ball first. That 12. I would definitely gotten that out of there because that's going to cause problems. Now he did get in the 15, so this is the problem ball. So he could go, you know, this works too. He could float over here and out for the 9 if it goes past the 1. I think it does. If it doesn't, he might be in trouble. I would have used a little bit of... He basically just played a straight top ball on that, or center ball. I would use a little bit of left English to bring it up table a little bit, just to make this shot a little bit easier. Now, I don't know if this goes, so I'm going to use my handy dandy little line drawer, and it's close. It's very close. It does not go past the 7 up here, I'm almost positive. And maybe it didn't go. It was very close. If I were Matt R, I would have used my extension at that point. But it's funny about this scoreboard here. So I had a external monitor that I was trying to get working, and the tablet that I had did not work HDMI out, even though you could plug a cable in and it seemed like it worked. Apparently not all tablets have that. So I found this TV. I had it just when we moved in 6 years ago. It was just sitting in an area in the basement, unused, not plugged in. It was in our old house, probably not used for at least 10 years. So this is a 15 to 20-year-old TV. It's a RCA, maybe, 720p. There's a built-in DVD player along the side of it in the back, and it works great. I wouldn't have any other use for it other than throwing it away, and throwing a TV away these days is not easy. Matt K is going to clean up here. This will not count as a taken run because Matt K was the one who broke. If Matt R ran out last, it would have counted as a taken run. He got goofy on this, I think. Gonna tell us in a second if this goes or not. I think it goes, otherwise I don't think he'd be shooting at it. Yep. Now the issue here is getting around this 8. The natural tangent line is going to bring it really close to it, but I think he can miss on the other side of the spot. And just like that. Actually, if he hit it on the bottom side, that would have helped, because I would have slowed it down and moved it over here. Now he has a tough cut on this, and he has to get the tip of the cue stick out of the way. But he's going to just go 1, 2, somewhere over there. Ah, he had to hit it much thinner, so he had to come across the other rail. Now this is an interesting shot because he's right in that angle where the scratch here is on if he goes in the corner, and the scratch here is on if he goes on the side. Well, actually, it may not be. Maybe a better shot playing this on the side. He's going to draw it and play it in the corner. You got to watch out for this. And he's not taking his extension. Got to watch out for... Oh, he's good. Dangerous, but decent shot. Nice out. It is tied 2-2. Dry break. They come in bunches, and we just had 2 in a row. So if I were Matt R, what would I do here? If I were Matt K, what do I do here? If I'm Matt R, I would sit down, because it's not my turn. Actually, if I was Matt R, I'd get out of the way, because the way this TV is and everything that's going on here, I need to get all this stuff all back here out of the way and put more carpet squares on so we can back up like an entire carpet square's worth. Somebody's... Alright, never mind. So does Matt K play the 9 ball and go into this? 9 here, cue ball to break it out, or does he take... Well, I think he has to. I don't think he has a good... I don't think this 2 ball cuts here from the angle he's at. Or he could do that. I call that shot, you choose, Matt. In the Blatant Shenanigans League. I may or may not have a list of these. There may or may not be endless possibilities. That looks like he's thrown off by the clock. That was really good. He got to both the... I don't know if he can get the 9, but he can definitely get the 10. Both the 9 and the 10, like the 9, 10, 15. All 3 of these are in bad spots. And now he just fixed that. So the 9 is going in the lower left. Where's the cue ball go? I would definitely take my extension here. Yep, there you go. That's the way to do it. So you can take the extension while you're down on the shot and just take a deep breath and stay there. But I've been an advocate of getting up once you take your extension. So I would like to go into those, I think, because you have the 15. I think he tried. You had the 15 up here as your insurance ball. Here I am playing with the remote for the TV or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Usually we have music going on in the background. We wanted to watch kind of the, I think it was the Battle of the Bull finals. Or not finals, but tournament. I don't know if he missed or if he played safe there. I want to say he tried to play safe, but the 15 came out too far on him. He wanted them both in a line here. So I like to draw circles for the ball. I went, oh, I can get a perfect circle there. So he wanted like the 15 blocking there. As it is, it's not a great... I don't think he can make the 7. He has to take the 4. This is not an easy shot. Or he does that. He just doesn't want to hit the 1. Oh, look at this. This is going to get even worse. This thing came around 15 rails and just blocked his 14, I think. Yeah, he's going after the 12 ball bank. This is a tough bank. You got to put a lot of left spin on this and hit it smooth and not stab at. Oh, look at this. Perfect shot. That was great. That move, the 13 now opens everything up. This 14, I don't know if it goes here, but he can play over here for the 15 and then play back out here for the 14. So Matt R, when you watch this, watch that stroke back specifically. Long pause on the backswing and then just kind of push through on the foreswing. Should be much more of a, as Mark Wilson says, ladies and gentlemen. Not that much arm movement, obviously, but that's what you should be thinking in your mind subconsciously when you're shooting. Everything nice and smooth. Ooh. Well, that's about the best miss he could. Well, I don't know if he can hit this ball or not. I'm gonna say he can I'm gonna say he can make the 13. It's not easy. This I would just play a straight top ball and come out kind of this way for the 15. I would never, ever try to hold this for the 14. Like that. I would never try that. Do not hold anything. Now Matt K, the last ball he wants to move is the 1, but he may have to here. Yeah. So everything's kind of weird. The 4 and the 5 are both weird. But if you're going to get out, it's a good thing to, you got to get that out of there somewhere, somehow, at some point. You might as well take it right away. Matt K, you're lifting your head up just a little bit, like you're just slightly on your transition. At least I noticed there. I don't think you're doing it all the time. I bet he was wondering how he got through all those balls. It's like those movies. I bet you're wondering how I got myself here. He's still good though. But I think he was planning on hitting something in here. I don't see any real issues here. 3, 6, 4, 8, maybe. If he can get this, if he can get an angle for the 6 on the side, that's even get straight in. So he wants to be kind of in that line. We'll see how he does. Since I can draw straight lines now, this is pretty good. This is just a stop shot. Cue ball is just gonna float a little bit over this way. He's trying to get a stroke. He's trying to let a stroke out. You can kind of tell when somebody's not quite feeling it. They want to let their stroke out a little bit more just to get their arm loose and to get just more into it. So now he's just gonna go 2 rails up in the top right corner. 1, 2. Come towards the 8. And then fire this one at 100 miles an hour and claim your victory. Well, for this rack. Okay, not 100 miles an hour, maybe more like 16. Actually, 16 is pretty fast for a pool. Whew, that thing is pretty cool. So Matt K is up 3-2, and that was cool. I don't know if you noticed that it was going to scratch. That's the wrong one. It was going to scratch right off this point, but instead it hit the point perfectly and was going to scratch down here, but then another ball hit it out of the way. This is a good break, but a really ugly start. Like, what do you take? Yeah, he's looking to play 15 here, 15 off the 9 here. I would almost, if it goes, I would almost look at playing this 5 ball. Because all you have to do, mile and a half away, but all you have to do is a stop shot. He's not going to do that. He's looking to do something else here. Is he playing safe? Oh, no, okay. That was great. That was a great shot. And we don't need to do anything else with the template racks. That's out of the way. So I gave him a couple seconds on the shot clock. Yeah, I've put way too much thought into this whole tournament and the setup and the shot clock. And the cameras now are the camera's gonna be changed. It's gonna be the same view. It's gonna be mounted almost the same spot. But what I want is I want one camera that I can, oops, he should be okay. I want one camera that I can both record and live stream. In fact, I'll put a link to a random live stream up here that I did recently, maybe the 75 ball challenge one or the playlist or something like that. But I want one camera that I can do both of that, record and live stream. Maybe not even not at the same time. I want, oh, he was trying to hold off the 3, but not get the 3 into the way of this 12 ball. But yeah, so record, live stream, not necessarily at the same time. I want to be able to have easy access to get the SD card out. And I want a system where when I do those things, I don't have to move the camera. Because lining the camera up on a straight line, and here we'll see how straight this is. It's pretty straight. It is not even north to south. And that is because the table is actually a little bit further over this way than it is over that way, and I am not going through the effort of moving it. Maybe next time I get it recloth and relevel and all that stuff, which probably won't happen this year. It's still playing really well, so no real need. Yeah, Matt's stroke is he's found himself in a situation, Matt R, that his stroke is letting him down, and I think the clock got to him, and that first 8-ball miss got to him, and ever since then, he's been struggling, and the stroke is really not, it's not being fair to him. We need to get him a better shooting system, in which case, one of the other things, I want to be able to connect a decent microphone. That was a nice shot. I don't know if you're going to get anything. Oh, you're going to get really screwed up over here. I'm trying to draw a circle, but I have the line tool selected, so it's not a circle. I could select the circle, and that's a big 1 ball. Yep, that's all he could really do. He really wanted that ball out another ball with, like, here, so that he could make it, here and break these out. But anyway, back to the camera thing I've been talking about. This is going to be a rough shot for Matt. And you don't want to break those. Oh. Of all that ball looked like it was going to break that cluster completely wide open, and instead it hit the 3 ball perfectly square on to double kiss it. Matt K thinks he can make this ball here off the 14. Matt K is not correct. But anyway, I have problems lining this camera up on the ceiling because I don't want to take a stepladder up and down every time. The GoPro has a media mod, which you put over it, and that makes you can use HDMI out on it then for live streaming, but you can't get access to the SD card because it covers up the SD card slot. I don't know what genius came up with that. And then if you connect a USB cable to it, you cannot copy files off of it within the same month that you start them because it's so slow compared to just pulling the card out. So this solution I'm working on with this new camera is hopefully going to fix all of my woes. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So far the results are good. The picture quality is very, very good. Better than this. Just have to fine tune things. Does this 13 go past the 6? My not straight line says maybe. My straight line says probably. But here I would need to get on this 12. Because you want to get, it got kind of funny. But I think it's easier to get from the 12 to the 13 than it is to get from the 13 back to the 12 right here. He's going to come out here and back, hopefully in between the 4 and the 8 for both. Look at that, right on my line. I made a point to not watch when I edited this. I just tried it, which is why I left that goofy staring at the TV thing before. Now here, avoid the 5 and the 4. I think he's going to go 3 rails around. Or 2 rails, I guess that is. Well, 3 if you count the... Yeah, it's 3. Because this counts as a rail, and then this one and that one. And then straight in 8, almost. And Matt K is running off with it 4-2. Matt is not... Hang on. Stop. Matt is not even lined up. He's usually pretty good with his stance. But this is supposed to be straight on, not like a Y like that. So I wonder if something physical was going on. Maybe it hurt his back, or me with my neck, that happens all the time. But hey, we finally made a ball in the break. And got the cue ball in a good spot. I think you almost have to take solids here, but the opening shot is rough. This looks like some kind of drill I saw on YouTube. So Matt R, you have to make all the balls without touching another ball, or a rail, or the cue ball, or the object ball. Use the force. But anyway, camera stuff, technology stuff, hopefully we get all that figured out. And supposedly having 2 people come over tomorrow. The 2 people you don't see in this video, Sam and Taka, are going to come over tomorrow, and hopefully we will get this all figured out, get the camera figured out, at least temporarily. I still have some more parts on order for like, is he playing it safe here on the first shot? No, I think he was trying to cut that. Trying to cut the 12 all the way down here. So now I don't know if I take solids, because unless the 4... Does the 4 go here? Probably not. You need to get the 5 out of there. But there are many balls you can use to get to the 5. You could play the 3. I'd almost leave the 1 up there. Maybe not. So 3, 1, 2. And then drop for the 5 and then get back on the 4. Or go wildly, crazily after the 4 and miss it. Either way works. Made sense because he was on the right. He was on that right line. And if he hits the 4 straight on, he has the 5 as insurance. Now he's forced to take the 1 jacked up over the 8. These are not fun at all. Unless you just drill it like that. Nice shot, Matt. Unless you screwed up your 6 ball. It was still a nice shot, just a bad outcome. If the 5 goes here, I almost want to play it. Oh, that wasn't good. I got used to this stuff. Play it and go up into this, but it doesn't look like the 5 goes. I think you would have played that. Play the 7, break out the 4. Oh. Matt R is not catching a break here. He's struggling, and he has this shot, which is very nervy. Because if you stop it, you're going to be playing your next shot right underneath the 8 ball. If you roll it, it makes it way missable. Like ideally, you just want to roll it up. That was great. I was going to say you want to roll it up to right in this area. It's a great shot. If you can avoid the 5, I don't think you can avoid the 5 here. Almost want to do this, but I don't think you can avoid the 5. Yeah. In fact, the way he hit it kind of steered the cue ball into the 5, knowing he was going to hit it. This is trouble. What do you do here? Can you play thin off here, miss the 5 and leave the cue ball there? It's about as safe as you're going to get. Or draw into the 5, make the 5. Or that works too. I mean, you're not... Safeties in 8 ball are way different than they are in rotation games, because you're not... In this situation, when your opponent has 5 balls left on the table, you're probably not leaving them safe so they can't hit any ball. But the options here... A 4 ball's in a bad spot. The 2 ball is the only shot you can shoot. The 5 is kind of in your peripheral peripheral vision. I think he was trying to make that in the side and come all the way down. It makes that missable. I mean, every shot's missable. I've certainly missed every shot in my lifetime. Name a shot, and I guarantee I've missed it. I do not have the video to prove it. I actually probably do through this excursion into my channel. Gonna leave himself a shot. Don't go in. Oh. When things are not going your way, they really just aren't going your way. That was brutal. That was almost not fair. I mean, if that ball sits anywhere in this area, Matt has an easy shot on it and can float up here for the 11 over here. Instead, there's no shot. He has to bank this. So he took his extension, which is good. He's running out of time. And there's no reason to save your extension. Like, you don't get to bank them up. We were actually talking about that, like the old online. Actually, I don't know. I haven't played online poker in almost a decade. But the online poker sites used to have like a time bank where you would have a certain amount of time if you timed out or if you thought or whatever. But once that bank was gone, you were done. And Matt was talking about doing it in pool. And I'm like, well, no one ever does that. So here, before he shoots this, here's a case where, and granted, this is the first match these guys have played with a time clock. I have played 2 more matches than this, plus some testing and a lot of things on my own, but I'm not well versed with the shot clock. But in this situation, there is one shot. I mean, there is literally one shot. Like, you can bank this, and that's your only offensive shot. The only defensive shot I could maybe see is playing the just the cue ball only. We don't care where the 11 goes, and leaving it like center diamond. It's like the old one pocket, leave him on the center diamond. He probably doesn't have these 2 balls. He probably has to go with this ball, but there's 2 choices, and with 60 seconds with the time extension, there's really no reason. I'm not harping on Matt at all. I'm just kind of making a point out of this. There's no reason to let it go down to 5 seconds because there's only one shot, one offensive shot, and really only one safety. There's no way you're going to play this ball off a ball to make it, and you get all just too complex, too much going on for that shot. And I think the clock got into Matt's head here, but we're going to see what he does here. He takes a flyer at the bank, almost leaves it kind of almost not tied up, but he didn't really have another choice. You can tell he's not happy. We all get that way. I mean, pool is it's a messed up game, and we do it for fun. It's a welcome to the. I'm sorry, Matt. Welcome to the Broken Spirits League. Oh boy. I thought the basically serious league was okay, but Broken Spirits, I may or may not have asked AI to come up with a whole slew of names, and this is going to be tough. Wow. The only spot on the table he can be in that he cannot have a shot is right on this 8 ball. So he's banking the 4 cross corner down here. And he scratched, but like when things aren't going your way, they aren't going your way. Can Matt make this without hitting the 5? We're going to see. I'm going to get really close to the monitor. The way he is having me look, so I'm the de facto, or I shouldn't say I am. The person running the shot clock is the de facto ref, so I stuck my face right into it to see how annoying that would be, and I'm going to stand right in front of it. I actually was aware of where the camera was. That looked good to me, but he's in trouble. So I made a joke here saying you want to use my break cue. Maybe it wasn't this shot. Yep, it was a shot. Matt is not really a jumper. He's practice jumped a few times, but the main pool hall that he plays at, which is where I used to play and where I met Matt, is they do not allow jumping of any kind. No jump cues, no jumping, nothing. So if you play there and you're only planning on playing there, why practice jumping? Well, because you get into situations where you need to. He spent maybe 10 minutes one night, and our friend Frenchie helped him out with the basic stroke. But when you're under time pressure and you haven't practiced a jump in months, that's what's going to happen. He's spinning his wrist, or something is weird going on with his arm. Like I showed you, the arm wasn't lined up, so that may be the cause of all the issues here. And Matt's arm is usually pretty straight. His form is pretty good up until that last backswing to four string transition. And now Matt K has ball in hand. Is he going to play a stop shot on the 6, leave him frozen on the 4? No. He's going to draw too far though. Still good. The reach is a problem. Maybe not a problem. We are playing cue ball fouls only in this tournament. We don't want to get into... We don't want to make this a foul tournament. The match, and I'll put a card somewhere up here to my Ultimate KO Challenge match. I will not go into what happened in the second round of that. We just won't. Some things happened. Matt K letting a stroke out, playing the 8 in the side. This is definitely a rotation player shot for sure. And this is going to close it out, assuming he makes this ball at 5-2. And Matt K wins it. And that is the end of our first set. So let me know what you think. Do you like the new graphics, the format, the idea of the tournament, idea of more people other than me on the channel? Spoiler alert, because they played each other and I'm the only one left, I am going to be playing in the next 2 matches. Stay tuned for those. Those will be coming up. I'm going to try to release these. I'm going to possibly guarantee one a week, but I might want to do some more. There are 10 matches. I don't want this to take 6 months to release. So we'll see what happens. Until next time, do all the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of all this stuff. Anything we can do better, any rule questions you have, because a couple have come up in the course of playing. And until next match, we will see you soon. Hey friends, Adam here, and what was that?